Welcome to PlayStation Corner, my name is Alex and today we just had the State of Play, which revealed 5 new games coming to the game catalogue, as well as 3 games for the free monthly releases. I'd call this one a decent little selection, so let's break them down and see what you have to look forward to come March 2023 with your PSPlus Essential, Extra and Premium memberships. Let's get started. If you do enjoy today's video, consider subscribing, helps the channel a huge amount, and here weekly we have reviews, deals, as well as PSVR 2 contents. So first up, the free monthly games, and we're kicking off with Battlefield 2042. This is available to all PSPlus tiers. This one at launch, it for sure received a negative reaction, and I have to agree with that. It was filled with bugs, it lacked content, and generally, it just didn't feel very Battlefield. Because of this, basically the player base disappeared. This release here is a smart move. The game's much better now in 2023, packs more content, it's more polished, and the maps, they are generally better. It's definitely been a while since I've jumped in myself, but this will bring me back, even if it's just for an evening, to see a little bit of excitement around it. Minecraft Dungeons then is, you guessed it, a dungeon crawler with a Minecrafter skin. You can play this solo if you want, but it is best experienced with friends. You can play with up to 4 players. It's not the deepest of games honestly, but it has some fun locations. There's a healthy selection of weapons and items to uncover, and along the way you'll get customization and power-ups to ensure your success. Story then, we are out to save the villagers from evil, and generally I'd say this game, it packs a whole lot of charm. Code Vein then makes up the free monthly games, and I liked this one a lot personally. It's an action RPG from Bandai Namco. It received mixed reactions, but generally the audience, they liked it, or at least from what I've seen. And it has co-op as well, which I did not realise. I played alongside an NPC in the story. We are out on a journey to the ends of hell to unlock our past and escape a living nightmare. Now I love the visual style, the characters are solid, and most importantly, it's got interesting weapons which are not only, stat boosts I guess, but they can be enhanced and even impact the enemies you face specifically. I'd definitely recommend taking a look at this one. Don't believe all of the reviews you read, and maybe look at some of the audience scores. Game catalogue then, and here you'll need at least an extra membership to gain access. Let's start with the weak link in my opinion, that is Rainbow Six Extraction. I played it very briefly over on Xbox, and this was a unique idea, but in execution, in my opinion, it just did not work. It felt like a very bland spin on multiple games we've seen before, and then they tacked on the Rainbow Six name in the hopes of sales. It's a free download here, so I'd probably take a look still, but think here, online co-op shooter, it wants to be Left 4 Dead, but it's far from it. Some of the enemies are definitely decent, but it's also instantly forgettable as you try to take control of containment zones. This one, it has a PS4 and a PS5 build. Immortals Fenyx Rising, on the other hand, has been getting constant discounts, and for me, this has been a little underappreciated. I'm hoping that's not a reaction to low sales numbers, because I do think this is a game that deserves a follow-up. Think Assassin's Creed meets Breath of the Wild. We are a recently winged demigod, we're out to save the Greek gods, so think an open world adventure, and eventually you'll have a slew of weapons and you'll be flying over this world. Some really fun platforming throughout, good enemies, and while it's not included here, has some really interesting DLC as well, like one with all new characters based around Chinese mythology, or even a top-down adventure as well. They got creative, it deserves some love, and this one, it also packs a PS4 and PS5 builds. Ghostwire Tokyo then will be PS5 only. I'm surprised to see it's still yet to get a PS4 build. I'm sure it will appear at some point in the future. I think it's fair to say though, many were disappointed with this at launch, but I personally enjoyed it. I think I was won over by the location, a neon-drenched Tokyo, which is pretty much a winner in my eyes. The idea, it's been overrun now by supernatural forces, and we will be fighting back by allying with an entity. We do get a decent amount of abilities to leverage, but I think the game's problem, the loop is extremely repetitive, and it's never scary at all, which is something I think many were expecting. I still think it's worth a download, check it out to see if the world and the story can suck you in like it did to me. Gameplay wise though, what you see at the very beginning is pretty much going to be consistent throughout. Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection then is a must play for those with a PlayStation 5. This is a bundle that brought together Uncharted 4, A Thief's End and Lost Legacy Remastered. I honestly, at launch, was a bit unsure of this. It was pricey for two older games, and I wasn't really sold on how much of a remaster had really been done. I'll put my hands up now and I'll say this, I was completely wrong. Revisiting these games was more than worth the cash. They looked stunning on the PS5, and the enhancements look sure visuals. It's not a massive jump honestly, but it now offers 60 FPS and 120 FPS options, which makes it by far the best way to play. They've also added in DualSense features, faster loading, 3D audio, a fidelity mode for those that want all the visual power and a 4K resolution, but just know with that latter one, it is upscaled from 1440p. The gameplay you can't fault though, action adventure, great platforming and climbing, solid combat, and the fourth is a personal favourite. Lost Legacy, it was a spin-off. While I wouldn't say I enjoyed it as much as the original games, it's still a fantastic world to explore, and it definitely makes sense in this package. Tchia then, and I think I'm saying that right, it was just announced at the State of Play, and I really like the look of this one. Seems to be a relaxed open world experience. I'm definitely always curious to see how more chilled out adventures do on the PlayStation, but this one is promising climbing, gliding, swimming and sailing in a physics driven sandbox. The most unique element though, it's the idea of soul jumping. It seems we can take control of any animal or object. I'm seeing tires on their website exploring the world. I also think it's a winner though, because when a game gives you an option to play what they are saying is a fully playable ukulele, it just drives my curiosity. I want to see what they mean by fully playable. On top of this then, the website's showing customization, items, all that good stuff. And generally, I like the look of the cast, and it's got a full original orchestral score as well. They're definitely going all in with this release. And yeah, I'm really curious to see the reception for this one. Is it one you're going to be checking out? It's definitely exciting to see a day one release. I'm just not sure it's going to be for everyone. You know, PlayStation, I wouldn't say it's really known for its wholesome community. You'd probably be looking more towards the Nintendo Switch for something like that. Before we leave you today, I just wanted to remind everyone we will be covering PSVR 2 here on the channel, and that coverage it has now started. We have a runner review dropping here shortly amongst many others, and we'll also be live streaming. So far we've had Pavlov, What the Bat, and coming up over the next few days we have After the Fall, Tentacular, Resident Evil Village, Horizon, and many more. Check the links in the pinned comment for all of the details. That's the new games though. Alongside this, I'd love to hear what you thought of the State of Play. Was it a winner or a bit of a miss on Sony's part? I'm still not sold on Suicide Squad personally, but I saw a few titles that definitely piqued my interest. Outside of VR2, I'm going to say that Humanity demo looks really interesting, and also of course Resident Evil 4. So with that then, hit subscribe, join us here for reviews, deals, and VR2 content weekly, and we'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.